One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will have the opening possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to throw. It's Wegman. Got his man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's a nice job by the tight end there, just whipping his head around. They didn't need that many yards, so that's an easy completion. You get the first down.
The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
From the gun, give on the inside. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking for a man, it's Morton. Got it in the middle, it's Douglas. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to cap.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Virgil. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The quick out. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To throw, it's Morton. Gets it out fast. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Eakin. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Wegman. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. With the catch, it's Eakin. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Joyner. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Red Raiders have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's Thomas. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down, to throw. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Cougars are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They boot it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Morton. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 25. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting points on the board before the break. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right, a 41-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Quarterback empties his backfield. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Bunch formation for these receivers. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession to give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able...
Oh, a lot of space. He's loose. Gives him the big stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Morton. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble, big play.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Broussard. The Cougars are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. It's Broussard. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Morton. Pressure coming, and to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. Wide open spaces. He was loose Jefferson setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Morton. Rushes on him. That's reeled in. It's Virgil. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Moving away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. That's caught. It's Douglas. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. With the catch, it's Hudson. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
To the air on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. Across the 25. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator chomp, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 17 to Texas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. First down, 10 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Catch in the middle, it's Connors. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that one's way too far for everybody.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Houston has it with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Takes it the other way.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.